Hi guys, I'm Shmi and good morning to you from the Cars and Coffee Rally by Cars and Coffee Italy. Today is day 2 of what has started out as a spectacularly awesome adventure already. Yesterday the cars gathered, I showed you everything taking part. We've got 25 cars in total here, and we went to the Pagani factory and had a look around, and it was pretty cool. There were a lot of amazing cars there. Now later on in the evening we were joined by that rather spectacular lineup I think you can see behind me. The 918 Spider, Agera RS, Veyron Super Sport, and we already had the Pagani Zonda S with us. And today the cars that you can see all around are going to be going on some rather awesome roads. And it gets even better than that, because yesterday I was with my friend Mark in his BMW M2, but today the owner of the Pagani Zonda S Roadster has invited me to join in the car and even potentially later take it for a little drive. So today's video is going to come to you from the Pagani Zonda S Roadster. 560 horsepower, naturally aspirated V12, roof down, screaming exhaust, beautiful Italian hypercar. So I'm rather excited because up to this point, I've never actually driven a Zonda. I have had some rather awesome rides. You might remember my trip in the Pagani Zonda Nono when I visited the factory around 2 years ago. But today we're going to be jumping in the car with a big thanks to my friend Ralle Briatore. Check out his social pages, links below, with the driver Paul Buiton, also link down below too. So this is set to be very exciting. Everyone's up there at the briefing, which I'm sort of casually ignoring at the moment because excitement is taking over because we're going in a Zonda, which is going to be amazing. But yeah, this is going to be a really good day. Let's get started. This is Paul, my driver for the day. Hi Paul. How's it going? Yeah. Right, let's fire her up. Yeah, that sounds good. This is going to be a good way to start. So let's just have a film of some of the cars setting off. Barely even heard the Speciale starting there. Some of the cars as they roll up the hill, and then we'll jump in. Okay, here we are. As we drive out of the hotel, we should do a little bit of an introduction. Paul, what do you race?
So I'm racing a Mercedes SAS GT3. I'm quite preparing for to race in the Blancpain GT series.
Nice.
And yeah.
That could be. So this is probably rather tame, driving a 560 horsepower Zonda.
Oh yeah.
Versus
amazing car. A lot of power, a lot of downforce as well.
And off we head. Awesome. And you're basically heading straight from. Can't talk while driving. No, it's funny. You're basically heading straight from here then to the Nürburgring and Spa as well. So
exactly, yeah.
Busy week ahead.
So right at the beginning of the next week, I'm going to Nürburgring. Spa on Wednesday, like 2 days after.
Awesome. Well, sounds pretty exciting, but I'm rather looking forward to this, so let's enjoy the drive.
Let's have some fun.
I really need to say much because today is pretty epic. This is beautiful. The scenery we're driving through is just phenomenal, and we're roofed down in the Zonda with a Paul at the wheel doing a very nice job here. But just look at this. Following the line of cars with the noise of this behind us, it's breathtaking, and the view, the scenery, This is, well, this is probably the Italian dream. This is what this car was made for. This is absolutely heavenly. I am really, really enjoying this. We're at a little checkpoint then, up on the Passo della Raticosa, and we've got some clouds up here unfortunately, but we will park up. At the top then, and this is where it's about to get really quite exciting, because for the next leg, I'm going to be driving in the Zonda. I have never driven a Pagani Zonda before, and this is sort of old school original. This is a Zonda S Roadster, 7.3 litre V12, 560 horsepower, 6-speed manual gearbox. As you've heard already, the sound is phenomenal, and now it's my turn to drive. Let's get in. I am very excited. Okay then, so let's start it up. Start button on the gear stick. Here goes then, my first time driving a Pagani Zonda. Wow, and obviously left-hand drive, manual gearbox. I've got to remember how all of this works again. Take it very, very steady, especially with the value of a car like this, but I would definitely be lying if I said I wasn't rather excited right now. This is like one of those cars I've been hoping to drive, but never been fortunate enough to get behind the wheel of. So we're just taking it easy down the backside of the pass here. One immediate thing in the Zonda is how wide the rear is. You have to be so aware that the back is just inches wider on both sides than the front. I'm sure you're used to that by now when driving it, but my word. It's the big thing I'm immediately sort of feeling as I look around is being careful of those wide hips. You don't have to go Mach 10, you don't have to be driving at the full speed, you just have fun, and it's so much fun. Oh gosh, this is awesome. I'm pretty much having a dream sort of drive of my life right now. Driving this car, the Pagani Zonda, around an Italian road like this, and well, you've done it before. You've been fortunate enough to drive this car a few times, but my word, it's just spectacular, isn't it? It's
one of,
Go ahead.
One of the most unique cars in the world, and it's quite much exciting for me as well.
It's quite involving. You have to be very sort of precise. You feel the steering. You have to put in quite a lot of steering input.
I'm really happy that you say that as well, because you're used to so many cars and you have to do so much things.
But you just do that again, and the noise.
The whole move, it's really good.
Yeah, this is basically my dream. I feel like I'm living a dream right now. And everybody we go past waves and has a camera out at us. It's a phenomenal machine. It's so much fun to drive, and you feel sort of like you can be quite precise with all the different inputs as well. And you've got quite a lot of control. Now we're at a roundabout, and I don't know where I'm going. Should we go round and round in circles? But even though you're so precise with everything, it is insanely rewarding, isn't it? When you get everything right, when you do a nice shift, when you get the corner line right, the car makes you, you're beaming from ear to ear.
Gives feedback as well.
What a drive. drive, what a drive, and this is probably the perfect place for it. Like, it would be nice if it was a little bit drier, that's for sure. But wow.
It's a little bit wet, before it was sunny and check this one again.
Take it carefully here, that's for sure. This is heaven. There's one word, this is heaven. Bang! That went off like a rocket. That's all. Noise. Oh my gosh, first stint down in the Zonda. This is literally like a dream. This has been on my checklist, the Zonda. The only other car that I think I have this much excitement about to drive is a McLaren F1, but I'm now ticked off the Zonda. I haven't finished, I'm still going to carry on driving. It's so raw and so rewarding when you get it right. The shifting is awesome. Steering feel, you have to put in a lot of input, but when you get it right and get the right line, the car is beautiful. It feels super light, it feels absolutely awesome. It's a Pagani Zonda, and it's not just any Zonda, it's one of the sort of early original sort of full factory, how they were built. It's a 2004 car, so it's 12 years old already. It's so amazing. This is such a good day. So a massive thanks to Ralle for letting me drive his car, and of course for Paul coming along with us. But we're not done yet. We're going to get back in, go for another little stint with all the cars. This day is perfection. That was amazing! Oh my god! Oh, I love it! I love it! The hardest part of this is that I've now got to put into words what that experience was like driving the Pagani Zonda, and that really is sort of lifetime box checked. I don't really have many words to describe it. It's just an absolutely fantastic feeling. What a car, the sound of it, the sort of rawness, the feedback, how the car feels. Obviously it's huge, it's virtually impossible to see anything, but that's so much of what makes it an event and so crazy to drive it. Oh, I'm just lost in a world of heaven. What an unbelievable experience driving in the Pagani Zonda. My first drive in a Zonda. Yay! I wanted to do that. That's sort of one of the hypercars I've been missing. I'm pretty lucky. I've been able to drive some amazing cars in the last couple of years, and that was one that was missing. But now it's done. Anybody out there with a McLaren F1, love to drive that. But we're also joined here by the Mazzanti Evantra, which sounds nuts as well. And we're waiting for the other cars to roll in for our lunch stop at this rather beautiful location. So when everybody gets here, we will grab some food, have some time to relax and think about the morning. The Passo della Raticosa in the Pagani Zonda. about to set off on the way now then. We've got about an hour and a half in total, an hour on the motorway, half an hour of some nice roads at the end. And for this part of the leg, I'm going to be jumping back in with Mark in the M2. I am too cool M2, which a lot of people have been commenting on the pictures we've been sharing that you like his Czech number plate. And if you were wondering, Mark is Dutch, but he lives in the Czech Republic, hence the Czech number plate. So we're going to be going in the M2 and filming all the action, filming all the other cars as we get back underway again now. Petrol station takeover. 25 or so supercars, all rolling into the same station. Road, but it started to rain on us. What a shame, but we are following a nice little colourful line ahead of us. We've got the DB9 and the Speciale, then the 991 GT3 and the 997 GT3 as well. On what is a wonderful road, albeit it's a little bit bumpy here. What a view into this sort of town in front of us. The valleys over to the right as well. Crazy. Cars all arrive in the hotel then. Well, while the cars are all parking up, I'm going to wrap up today. What a day it has been driving in that yellow beastie over there, the Pagani Zonda. So massive thanks go to the owner, of course, for letting me jump on board. And then to go out and actually drive my first ever Pagani Zonda. But the route we've taken this afternoon has been amazing. Cars and Coffee Rally from Cars and Coffee Italy. Brilliant second day, and we've got a third day as well tomorrow, of course, a little bit more driving, so more fun in store. What an awesome one. Thank you very much for watching. I'll pop all of the links to the guys down below, so make sure you check them out on their social media pages, and I will catch up with you again tomorrow. Cheers. Audi have released the upgraded version of the RS6, the RS6 Performance, which is what this. Of course, we've got the Brabus 500, G500 4x4, where they